Chad out of Florida. Let's see here. Chad, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Yourself?
Good. All is well.
Amen. Yeah, so I wanted to answer the biblical question.
Do you know any unfortunate or disadvantaged people?
So I was reflecting before you had that question like a few months ago. It's so funny that you asked it. And I've realized it's a two-part question. You have the physical and you have the spiritual. But in all, it's the same. What I mean is this. So I was reflecting where, every human being, we have something that's in common. We all came from our father's seed. And coming from our father's seed, there were millions of, in lack of terms, sperm. But only one was able to penetrate the egg. And that is something that we all share in common. We share in common that each one of us that's on this planet Earth was the one that penetrated the woman's egg. So when Christ said that already you are rich, it is a true statement physically. So no one is better than another. Spiritually, when Christ said you have to be born again, it's the same thing. The only difference is that now we're penetrating the way to the kingdom of God or to heaven. And for some reason, when we come to this earth, we both want individuals as we born our father's seed. But then once we are born in this earth, we become, like, as you said, groupies. We become, part of a group. We can no longer be an individual. And it's the same thing with spirituality when we're born again. So you'll have certain people be like, yeah, I forgive my parents, but don't do the silent prayer. Don't, really go and forgive because they have to be part of the group. They can't stand alone. So to answer the question, I don't believe that is to be true, that there's anyone who is, suffering or per se. I do believe it's all of the mind and it's all of what you believe and what you know. So I used to believe that you have people who are more or less fortunate than some, but it's not true. It's all about applying yourself, believing, and being an individual.
Amazing.
So to your answer, it's no.
Well, I appreciate that, Chad. I wish I can respond, but I got to wait until Sunday when I can put my little 2 cents in. But thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. It's amazing.
I want to say one last thing to you. I met you at the men's conference. I'm the gentleman who gave you the glass boat. I said you were fisherman.
Oh, yeah. It's so nice. Thank you, man.
And I hope in God's will that you do have another conference. And you are Elijah of this time. You have the spirit of Elijah. And when you said that you're bringing back the children to the fathers and the fathers to the children, you are the spirit of Elijah. And I hope all men who are listening and you pointing us back to the direction of God, that we too inherit that spirit of Elijah and continue to do God's will, because it's an absolute mess. It's absolute mess. And what you've done for me over the years, well, what God has done for me by you pointing me back to Him, it's been amazing. My life has completely changed.
Yeah.
My mother now forgave her mother. My sister forgave my mother. I forgive my mother. My wife forgives her mother. And life, yes, you will have challenges, but you can see.
Yeah.
And when you said, when you let go, heaven will appear, is to know nothing. Know nothing at all. Don't care. Let it all to God. People don't understand that concept, is that do not care. Do not care about the thoughts. Let it go. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to, just let it go. Just be.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing. And I thank you very much, Jesse.
Amazing testimony, Chad. Thank you, man. That's amazing.
Amazing.
Right on,
See
buddy.
you soon, my brother.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Love. Bye-bye.
He is so right, folks. I'm telling you, if you want to be free, you got to let go.